what does this period look like for you? You've already had to run out. I thought it was a toilet break. You know you were taking a call. You know you were sending an email. Like morning to night. I mean, when do you even sleep?
Yeah, well, we don't. So it's been a really long, crazy summer. Probably the most remarkable transfer window I've worked in, which is pretty much every summer and January since I turned professional, I think, in 2006. So that's like...
When I turned professional. You've been limbering up for those years.
Rather than a student journalist. And sometimes I wish I was still a student. That must have been like into the 30s, 40s of transfer windows. And this is the most head-spinning. Some of the big deals early on, like Jude Bellingham, into Declan Rice, and then Harry Kane. But also some fascinating stories like what's happening at Chelsea. You can't sleep on them because they're doing stuff at all times and it's completely unpredictable. But the Saudi Pro League coming into it as well just blew everything apart. And this will be the summer that will be remembered for that, maybe the first of many. And so as a journalist, you're trying to keep on track of it in an ever more competitive media landscape where, you know, there's a real appetite for all of this stuff. And this is a shameless plug to our Athletic Insiders WhatsApp group, that if people aren't a part of, keep an eye on it for the future because we might do similar things, but that's gone down really well because people are just salivating for this information. And journalists and publications and outlets are trying to deliver on that. And I think we've done really well at The Athletic, and we've brought really credible and reliable, accurate information, and we'll try and keep doing so. But the intensity, the pressure to do that is ratcheting up because the expectation of the public, it gets higher and higher. Your connections get better and better as a journalist, hopefully, but you've got to be aware of manipulation within the market and agendas and people trying to push this, that and the other. So you've got to check more thoroughly than ever before and make sure you're right, more importantly than being quick. And if you can be both, then bingo, you're in business. And so the only certainty in all of this is that come not 11 p.m. because we'll probably get deal sheets in and be going into the early hours of Saturday morning. But once the window is done and dusted, the weekend is out the way because there's a big match, for example, Arsenal-Manchester United on Sunday that I'll be at. Then I'm going to sleep and sleep for a long time.
Can I just say, no, you're not. Because, and you mentioned it there, because the Saudi Arabian...
It's still going.
It's
still September the 7th.
It's still open, and that's the extra twist. You know, it is still open, and yes, we've had, you know, huge deals going over to Saudi Arabia, Neymar, Benzema, Cristiano Ronaldo was already over there. I'll put Jordan Henderson in there as well. You know, Chelsea players flying over there as well. But we don't know. Because there will be, like you said, fireworks. There will be one that goes, yeah, you know what, I am going to go. There are a few names that we've heard, but we won't mention them now, but there are a few that are bubbling at the moment and with Saudi interest.
And this is going to bring our most important renegotiation of all, because all of us have told our family and friends that once the window shuts, we're going to reacquaint ourselves with you, but we're not because of Saudi Arabia. So it's a little pause and extension of sorts, and then we can try and chill out. And if you thought, then you can fully rest. Well, it's only a few months until the January window.
We've got January coming up as well. But also, can I just say some of my favourite moments have been transfer deadline day. Peter Odemwingie arriving at QP. I mean, that just... Yeah. It's just, I'm a Super League fan, but come on, brother. Let them get the deal over the line before you hit the training ground, please.
But you have to, sometimes you have to chance your arm. So he did go for it, and unfortunately it didn't go to plan. But that happens all the time, and that will happen tomorrow. That will happen on deadline day. There will be late twists. And we don't just say it to ramp it up. Because like David was saying,
it's actually quite bizarre.
Yes, the fans are into it. They're engaged into it. But also the people who are working at football clubs, they behave differently on deadline day because it is your last chance. It's trying to sort of you cram before an exam. You try and just do anything you can. And weird things happen on deadline day.
Sorry to squeeze in one tiny supplementary point is that these things can change. And also because of that rush at the end, you might go and do your medical in preparation before the deal has been fully agreed. So these twists and turns are real things, and there are people within clubs who, despite the drama and the sort of pantomime of it all, these have real life implications and ramifications, and many within the clubs are watching the output of the media with bated breath too, because it's jeopardy, it's theatre, and it's box office. It's the transfer window.
If you like this video, click subscribe for more content like this. We'll be joined by the likes of David Ornstein, Matt Slater, Adam Crafton, Carl Anker, and plenty more through the season to bring you the inside track to the biggest stories in football. If you'd like to listen to the full episodes for free, search the Athletic Football Podcast wherever you get your podcasts from.